All right, it looks like we are live. There we go. We'll give everybody just a few minutes to log in here right now. What is going on, everybody? Let me take a quick moment to type something in here. Hey, everyone, we'll start in a few minutes. There we go. Great to see you guys on here right now. So we got Drew's food reviews in the house. Number one, great to see you on here, Drew. Bay Pop Pie review an eggplant. Nice. Candace Cherry, great to see you on here. Thanks so much for jumping on. If you guys can hear me okay and see me okay, give me that thumbs up. Let me know everything is looking good and sounding good on your end. That would be awesome. And I think we'll be okay here. So far, so good. Just about a minute or two, we'll get started. Going to be kind of a quickie tonight, a quickie review. And we'll go from there. So we got 10 people in the house here right now. If you guys can definitely hit that like button down below. We'll get started in just a second. Good, we got the thumbs up from Candace Cherry. Thanks so much for jumping on as well. And we'll get started here. Happy Friday to you too, Ed Keaton. What it do? Great to see you on here. Great to see you on here. Yes, a quickie, Drew, a quickie. As I'm fixing my shirt. Wearing the Batman today, as you guys can see. Great to be on here Friday night. In effect, yes, David P, it is. It is Friday. Peep time, you already know. June 14th. It's crazy how quickly this is moving right now in terms of just the time. So it's going by very, very fast so far this year. But another minute or so, we'll get started right at the 8 o'clock hour here, and then we'll get into this for sure. I'm definitely hungry. I can't wait for to get some food right after this as well. But I wanted to jump on and say hello to all of you guys, spend a little bit of time. Kenneth Taylor, what it do? What it do? Great to see you on here. Drew, how am I doing today? So-so. Believe it or not, I was actually supposed to be at Galaxy's Edge Disneyland today, but I wasn't really up for it, even though I had my reservation in there with the wifey to go. So decided to hold off, and we're just going to wait to go when our regular passes allow us to here in about a month or so. So I didn't want to take the chance just because of the way things have been this past week to push it. So no bueno for that today, but I'm here with you guys. So Ed Keaton's birthday is on Monday. Craziness here. We'll definitely sing happy birthday to you here at some point during this here. Ed, thanks so much for jumping on as well. Elizabeth Ricard, thanks so much for jumping on as well too. Guys, we got 15 people in the house here right now. 5 thumbs up currently. Let's see if we can increase that as time goes by. And we'll get started here. I guess we might as well just jump into it right now. So let's just do this really fast here, guys. Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews here on YouTube. My name is Ian K, creator, producer, and host of everything you're checking out right now in front of you. If you're liking what you're seeing here, definitely consider subscribing. Of course, you'll find the buttons on the screen to do that. I create what I like to call fun foodie features. I like to kind of push the high quality aspect of it, give you all those luscious details in HD, of course. And incidentally, it's been a very busy week in terms of luscious details for some of the reviews. So let me get this actually ready, and we'll definitely tell you guys all about that. But it's been a very, very busy week in terms of content for sure. So very happy with the stuff that's been out this past week for sure as well. But again, like, share, comment, subscribe if you guys like what you're seeing there. Of course, you can find ways to donate towards the channel should you wish to do so. They'll be in the description box down below. If you're not seeing it there already, there a PayPal link as well as direct link here in Super Chat you can do as well. So I greatly appreciate that. And again, lots of great fun times in the community here for sure. I have a lot of fun interacting with you guys, if not in the comments of my videos, as well as here on the Friday night live streams more often than not. Looks like we've got the thumbs up from people. If you guys can hear me and see me okay, definitely give me that thumbs up in there as well. And you know what? Let's pepper this with a little bit of where are you guys watching this from right now? Are you guys watching this from anywhere in particular, anywhere specifically? But more importantly, which state, which country are you watching the stream in right now? I always love checking out to see how far out this gets for sure. So let's see who we've got on here right now. We've already mentioned, let's see, Drew's Food Reviews, of course. Candace Cherry, Bay Pop Pie, Elizabeth Ricard, Kenneth Taylor, David P, Ed Keaton. Let's just get this out of the way right now because Ed's birthday is on Monday. So without further ado, while you guys are typing in where you're watching this from, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Ed Keaton. Happy birthday to you. I know it's cheesy. I know it's corny, but I love doing it. But very happy birthday. Health, happiness, and success always, like I always say, in that order. Definitely make it the very best year. And hopefully you've learned something from this past year that you can take into the next and always keep moving forward. Good times there, Ed. So very happy birthday to you, my friend. for sure. Let's see here. Rick Marone's in the house. Very cool to see you, Rick. Thanks so much for jumping on. Let's see. Elizabeth Ricard, what's up with the lighting? You kind of look like you're using a sepia filter. Really? I guess it's just some of the background for some of the color balancing that's there, but it's making everything kind of even, I think. So if it gives you a look, at least it's something different than what you may have seen in other live streams to give you a little bit of continuity with something a little bit different, so to speak. I guess continuity for my channel anyway. But I hope it's not too distracting for you. I'm always playing with things, color balancing and fixing. Since I've gotten my setup set up here, it's always a work in progress. I'm still working on some lighting in the background. That'll be a little bit different as well at some point. So we'll see. Let's see. Party Like a Patriot just threw 20 bucks on the Cubs to beat the Dodgers. Can you wish me some luck? Absolutely. I wish you luck in all things, not just betting on games, but I wish you luck and prosperity and all that you do there. Party Like a Patriot. Absolutely. I hope you get that 20. If you do actually get that 20, let me know, and I'll see if my words were somehow magical enough that actually came into fruition for you there. So let me know, probably on the next stream, or just send me a message, whatever. Let me know that you got that. I'm curious. Michael Domayer, great to see you on here. Thanks so much for jumping on. And again, very happy birthday to Ed Keaton from Kenneth Taylor there. I love all the emojis in effect. Trav, what it do? I think, oh, my chat just jumped up here. Travis Kingsbury, great to see you on here. Thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you as well. Jency Molina, no, better late than never. It's all good, no worries. Allentown, Pennsylvania in the house from Party Like a Patriot. Very nice. We got Marcos Ramirez from San Antonio, Texas. Very nice. Santa Rosa, California, David P. Richmond, Virginia, repping the VA, RVA from Elizabeth Ricard. Let's see, America for Candace. California, Livermore from Drew's Food Reviews, a little bit further up. Michael Domayer from Detroit, Michigan. We got Temple City, California from Larry Nguyen, right next door to Arcadia, which is right next door to me, actually. So we're pretty much within the same hood category. Ed Keaton watching from Sacramento. Very, very cool. Really, really awesome stuff here. Let's see. How old will Ed Keaton be on Monday? We'll see if he actually divulges that during the stream. I'll let him do for that for sure. Rick Marone, Pennsylvania, from the Man Cave. Very fine via YouTube. Very nice. Very cool, Rick. Thanks so much for having me up on the big screen. And I hope you're liking all the distraction you have behind you here right now. So let's see. Elizabeth says it doesn't look too bad, just different. Cool. All right. I'm always trying to fix some things in here. I guess trying to take some of the shine off of my face and like all the whiteness that'll kind of come out there. So it's all about trying different things as we move it on. So we'll see how this goes here. Sending love from North Korea. Very nice from Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that. Let's see here. Going down the line. Derek Leveske, thanks so much for jumping on here as well. My new cat didn't come home today. She got lost. Another animal must have got her. It's been one horrible week. Oh, Derek, I apologize that you may be going through some trauma there with that. Not cool to lose an animal, especially a pet, for sure. So I hope that actually comes back to you in a very good way, for sure. Eric Perrick, thanks so much for jumping on. Hello to you as well. Thank you. I appreciate you being on here right now. Psychedelic, we got greetings from Washington State. Very nice. Kenneth, would love to try the Stroopwafel McFlurry. I don't know if I rolled my tongue right with that. A lot of people say it's Strup or Stroop. There's so many different ways to pronounce that. I'm just phonetically saying Stroopwafel because that's the way it looks to me. But I had a lot of fun checking that out actually recently. And we'll talk about some of that content in just a few. It's been very busy. Let's see. JJ just put 20 bucks in the Dodgers to beat the Cubs. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see here. Derek, anyone ever had a day with nothing goes right? Yeah, that's my whole month. Believe me, we've all had situations, Derek, where things are just not going like things are in succession. I can tell you health-wise with me, there's been successions of issues. So I can attest to that. But like I always try and keep it positive. There are more darker days or more brighter days than darker days. Oh God, I just totally messed that one up. There are always going to be brighter days compared to darker days. It's just trying to keep it in perspective. So I'm trying to listen to my own knowledge that I'm trying to give you guys to keep it in perspective. But keep in mind, there are 12 months in a year. And if a whole month is kind of bad, you have 11 other ones to make it the very best that you can. Drew, do they have the Stranger Things upside down Whopper at your location yet? Actually, there's only one location on Sunset Boulevard. And I think you've probably seen the same listing where I know where that is. Not sure if I'm going to be able to get there, though. That's the only problem with that in terms of just scheduling and just in general. And as cool as it would be to kind of see the marketing, essentially it is the Whopper just upside down. I've read all of that stuff. It's really cool looking, just the packaging. But there is one location here in Southern Cali that does have it on that date. I think it's the 21st, I think, when that's coming out. I think I have to take a look at that article to see. Kenneth, yesterday I had my first taste of Little Caesars 5-meat feast, and it was really good and delicious. I can imagine. Little Caesars always is. Very little of Little Caesars isn't, and even when their stuff is just okay, it's still pretty good. So all the stuff I reviewed in the past, and I reviewed a ton of Little Caesars, you guys can take a look at the playlist here on the channel. Good stuff. Really, really good stuff. Sarah Star Vlogs and Reviews, thanks so much for jumping on. I hope you are doing very well with PT for physical therapy, and hope things are moving along for you in the right direction. Just keep it positive. You'll let us know here in the chat if you are, but thanks so much for jumping on. Let's see here. We got Kenneth Taylor with the thumbs up. Very cool. And you guys are all interacting in the chat here as well. Very nice. Greetings from the American Samoa, Malloy. Thanks so much for jumping on. Sabres fan, what it do, what it do. Thanks so much for jumping on here as well. What it do, homie, to you as well. Great to see you on here. And yes, Elizabeth Ricard saw the Insta story for PT for Sarah. She is definitely plugging along. Kyle Broussard, will you see Toy Story 4? I'd like to. It's getting really, really great reviews, and I'm hearing all the same types of things. And we're like, this movie is not really necessary, but it's very well done. I mean, the third one was kind of the capper to it, but this one was kind of made. But it's a little bit plays more towards adults this time around. But it's actually a really, really good movie from what I'm hearing. Just non-spoiler, not to read anything too much further into it. But I do want to check it out. Next Thursday, however, Child's Play is coming out as well, so I definitely want to check that out on the 20th. I think it's 7 or 9:45 at night, so one of those two shows. I want to try and check that out. Psychedelic, that's true. When you have a dark day that seems to last forever, but then you have a good day, it's all worth it. Agreed. Absolutely. Larry Nguyen's going to be at McDonald's tonight to try the donut sticks. Yes, I had so much fun checking that out there, and super shout outs to Chew Boom for putting me in that article on that there. I really am super appreciative of that website. I have such a blast just interacting on that site as well too. They're really good people run it, and every time I see my stuff show up on that site there, I feel very humbled and grateful for that. But thank you, thank you, thank you. If any Chew Boomers are watching, or any Chew fans are watching there as well, and you guys may have seen that article, I appreciate a lot of the feedback, some of the direct messages, things like that I've been getting. But I love the fact that that there's this community, a strong, tight-knit community of foodies that really kind of unite around a lot of these products. And the stuff that comes out that I just came across that a few days ago in the morning. I was getting up to do other things, and I saw that they actually had the donut sticks back. But what really stuck out to me was that chocolate marshmallow sauce, because that was one of my major things in the very beginning when I reviewed them 4 months ago. I was really hoping there would be at least something to kind of dip in with, because it seemed like it was conducive to having that. I mean, it was a churro-like pastry with some type of sauce would have been great. So the fact that they actually have an official one right now, I'm so glad that they chose chocolate. The fact that it's marshmallow that you can kind of taste as well. I'm really, really, really happy with the way that video came out. I actually think I put more into that video than I did the initial donut sticks when they came out initially. So if you guys haven't seen that one there, obviously the donut sticks featuring the new marshmallow chocolate sauce as well. Easily, pretty tasty stuff, guys. Really, really good. How bad could it really be? Churros and chocolate, right? And I mentioned something to the effect of, if you've ever had a churro with chocolate, I mean, you kind of know what to expect somewhat there. It's very similar in taste. That actually was coming off of the heels of the double chocolate chip brownie. That was a bucket list item that I wanted to check out from Papa John's, and I loved that too. I mean, that was probably one of the most awesomest, raddest type of brownies from a fast food spot I think I've ever had. And I can't believe I used the term raddest or rad from back in the day. But guys, if you haven't had the Papa John's double chocolate chip brownie, that needs to be on your radar, like hardcore. I mean, it is really, really delicious. And for $6 for like 9 squares, it looked crazy in the tin when I was holding it up. It was really, really good. And then obviously before that, the McDonald's Stroopwafel. I will try and roll the tongue and not irritate some of you guys by saying that. That was actually a Netherlands treat, something that was offered over in the Netherlands. Basically, it's caramel with Dahlman's Stroopwafel, crunchy, crispy waffle pieces. I guess like a crunch cookie type of thing. Kind of think like a waffle cone, just crushed up and then put into that soft serve McFlurry goodness, and then added with this little a bunch of caramel drizzle. And there you go. You know exactly what to expect with that. And it was as heavenly as you'd expect it to be. And the fact that I was actually doing that review, that was filmed close to midnight when I filmed that a few days back prior to me releasing it. And for some reason, when I got it, it was virtually melted, with the exception of some of the clumps that you saw. So as I was mixing it around, I was trying to get as much of it as I could to kind of show without it dripping so much, you know? but it really came out pretty awesome in terms of just the flavor, and I really enjoyed it. So lots of fun desserty type of reviews this past week. So we'll be back to a little bit of normal stuff here, most likely on Monday, only because I had to take a day or so off for some issues that I've been having in general, and I'm trying to keep it moving. But considering you guys have had 3 videos this last week that I put out, which are a little bit ahead of schedule that way, there's 2 that are coming your way. One of them I'll probably have out on Monday, just to kind of give myself some time this weekend. And then obviously this replay you'll find in the community tab tomorrow, most likely before 12 p.m. So take a look at that if you want to relive any of the moments that you're going to see during our stream here tonight. So Goody Two Shoes, Jane, jumping in here as well. Thanks so much for jumping on here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Great to see you guys on here. It looks like Sarah is still a little sore from PT. Okay, just keep plugging away. Keep plugging away. Rick Marone, did you eat all your Papa John's brownies? No, actually. It's rich, and honestly, after a few days, I really didn't want to have too much more from it. So no, I didn't finish that either. But good stuff, though. Good stuff. Elizabeth Ricard, am I going to get the Coke Collector's Box? I am thinking about that. It's $19.99. I looked into checking that out there, and it's the new Coke formula with all the Stranger Things stuff. So I'm thinking about that, Elizabeth. If it's still available, I have to take a circle back to see on that one there. Ryan, have I tried the s'mores cookie from Subway? No, I have not. I refuse to review anything from Subway. And I've talked about that so many times in the past there, but just know that you'll probably not see anything from Subway on my channel. I'm sorry. It's not something I can do. Let's see. Frankie James, can't stay up too late. Wanted to catch the replay later. No worries, Frankie. I appreciate you jumping on. Just wanted to wish you all a happy Flag Day. Yes, today with the 14th is the Flag Day. That's correct. That's craziness. Today is Flag Day. Nicole Sanchez, thanks so much for jumping on as well. Great to see you on here. I'm trying to catch up on some of the comments here. Let me see if I can try and jump in here and speed this up for you guys before we get into the review, before this actually gets not good, since I have it sitting here. Let's see here. Going down the line. Larry Nguyen, what's your favorite fast food besides In-N-Out? Probably El Pollo Loco. I actually have that more than anything else, believe it or not. And the occasional Taco Bell that'll jump in there. Derek Levesque, the Bruins tank Game 7. Little did I know that was the least of my worries. Yes, there were other things that we have more to worry about. But Derek, things will turn around. Trust me, they always do. They have to. JJ, congrats on 20K subscribers. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It is craziness right now. It looks like we're sitting at 2312 right now, and every single day is an improvement. And I'm so happy of just being where I'm at right now and where things are going. And the fact that I'm just trying to keep contributing every single week to the community with content, that's my biggest thing that I look at there, is really just the contribution that I'm trying to make every single week. Some videos may be a lot better than others in terms of views and things like that as well. But I just look back on just consistent content for the last 5.5+ years, which is crazy to think about. But I love doing it. It's so much fun. Jane, just tried the Oreos Marshmallow Moon. Pretty good. Cool. I haven't seen those yet, and I saw that they were coming out. I'll have to take a look and see about those. Just the pattern, I believe, are the same, right, Jane? I think it's just the cream is still the same stuff. It's just the pattern on the outside, celebrating our moon landing from back in the day. Very cool. 1969, 50th anniversary. Kenneth Taylor, what type of sodas you don't like? It's not really ones I don't like, with the exception of anything from Lester's Fixings, if so to speak. They're one of those novelty brands. Any of those, like bacon soda, bacon ranch soda, or ranch soda, corn syrup soda, corn soda, any of those types of things. But anything else, any of the name brand stuff is going to be okay, I guess. My favorite is absolutely the Mexican Cokes. I love the Cokes that are actually imported in from Mexico that use the pure cane in the long neck bottles. Whenever I go to have taco truck stuff or Mexican food stuff with the wifey, we're always getting a bottle of Coke, because I need to have that hit right after I have like a bite of a burrito or anything like that. It's always just very satisfying, more so than the high fructose corn syrup stuff that we have here in the States. There's just so much of it, and they use it for everything. But it's not the best quality that you can get. And there is a taste difference, believe me. I've actually done a video or two on that, between that two from back in the day. Let's see. Andrew E., what's some new local restaurants that you've tried out? There is a ramen spot that just opened up not long ago here right around the corner from where I live, called the King of Ramen, which is awesome. So I've been digging that primarily with the wifey. That actually sounds really good right now, believe it or not. Jency Molina, have I watched the last Wednesday Stanley Cup Finals? I just caught the highlights, actually, Jency, on that one. So I just watched the highlights there. Did check out the Raptors winning last night, which was pretty awesome for NBA. Really kind of nice to see. Nothing against the Golden State Warriors. Fantastic team, but it was great to see Toronto doing what they did there. It was really, really good game. Let's see. Elizabeth, VA, Virginia is one of the testing locations for the Little Caesars Quattro Crust Pizza. Local reviewer did today. Cool. Very cool. Very cool. I have to take a look and see what's up with that. I'm not sure if we're going to have that. I've seen that article, but I have to see who reviewed that as well. But yes, the Quattro Pizza, interesting. Definitely interesting. And honestly, I think it's an idea that's probably time is long overdue, Elizabeth. I think you might agree. How could you not have a round type of pizza cut in 4 quadrants with 4 different types of things on it? You know, that's kind of cool. Ed Keaton is Whataburger in Southern-based chain. Let's see, they just opened one up in Chicago. Initially, I think Jency or Ed Keaton, I think it is Whataburger. I've only seen primarily in Texas when I flew out to Galveston for CraveCon back in 2016. But there's nothing here in the Southland that I've seen here, or else I would love to review and check out some of their stuff. Derek Leveske, can you only get those donut sticks in the morning? Yes, I was actually out and about early that morning when I went by there to get something else, believe it or not. I do like the Egg McMuffin. It's a classic thing, but I like the Egg White Delight. Once in a while, I like to get that. And that's something that I was actually wanted to try again because it'd been a while, and that's when I saw that. Really cool posters they had up on that on the front of my McDonald's with all the new world favorite stuff, which I can't believe have all been reviewed on my channel now. So last week was literally McDonald's week for the most part, you know, with everything that I've done, including the updated thumbnail that I did for my cheesy bacon fries. I just basically put the flag of our Australia in there along with the world favorites logo. So I just wanted to kind of just connect them to keep them all together. So I reviewed all that, but donut sticks still only in the morning at McDonald's, which is kind of strange because that chocolate sauce, I don't know if I would be down with that, you know, in the morning as like a regular thing, because chocolate in the morning, I don't know. That's just me. But they should be available every time if you want my opinion there. So let's see here. With that, reviewing M&M from Drew's Food Reviews. I'm going to actually stop right there before I go any further so I'll know exactly where to pick up with the chat, because we're going to get into this review right now. I've had something sitting in my fridge for like a week now. I found this a day after I did the stream last week, and I wanted to get this to give it a shot for you guys right now. So let's get into this review because it's been a minute since I've actually done a drink review. And this is something that I've kind of seen seems to be pretty popular right now. Now, I know I don't have the autofocus on the enabled here because I don't want to zoom up in and out real quick here. But this is the Dr. Pepper Dark Berry. I guess it's one of the tie-ins for the new Spider-Man flick that's going to be coming out right now. And it seems to be kind of difficult to find, even though this is supposed to be available by July 2nd. A lot of places have gotten this early. A lot of places that are actually outside of the area have gotten it early. And let me see if I have a napkin here just in case, because this thing is already sweating ridiculously here. It is still very, very cold. And I just want to make sure I don't drip anything on my equipment in front of me here, just in case. So there we go. Not too bad. All right. So the Dr. Pepper Dark Berry. Now, there are so many different flavors of soda when it comes to Coke, when it comes to Pepsi, where it's lime, vanilla, cherry, you know, combinations of Diet Coke stuff. So naturally, it's only fitting that Dr. Pepper, I guess, aside from Sprite and the rest of them, they all have different variations of flavors. I have never seen anything different with Dr. Pepper personally. So this is kind of new for that regard. So I thought I'd give it a shot with you just to kind of give you my 2 cents if there's going to be a real heavy taste of berry on top of the Dr. Pepper flavor. But let's just give this a go. And I'm going to open this up carefully and let you guys take a nice closer look. It's nothing different than you haven't seen before. Oh, wow. Dr. Pepper smell, but there is a little bit of fruitiness to it, actually. Now, this is a regular soda, so it's going to be loaded with sugar. And for those of you that are curious to know, 71 grams of carbs in this, and 70 of it comes from total sugars. Now, this is the hilarious part, and I can't hold this label up because it's going to blur out, but it says included 70 grams of added sugars. Your percentage of the daily value based upon a 2,000 calorie diet, the sugar content is 140% of your daily intake, which means that you would blow out you basically can't have any sugar for the day into the next day if you drink 1 bottle of this soda right now. So obviously I am not going to drink this whole thing. I'm going to take a couple of sips of this and call it a day because I'm not really a super fan of Dr. Pepper, believe it or not. It's okay to me, but this does smell noticeably more like a fruitier type of Dr. Pepper. I know what Dr. Pepper smells like, and this definitely feels a little bit more heightened in terms of the berryness of it here. So let's give it a shot and see. It's the Dr. Pepper dark berry promo tie-in with the new Spider-Man Far From Home movie coming out here early July, I guess. Here, let's give it a shot. Well, okay, there it is. It was Dr. Pepper, pretty heavy in the beginning. Very, very light berry, very. And I think I'm trying not to play with it with my head here so much because it says dark berry on this. Let me go for another sip of this because it's not very pronounced. It's got more of a pronounced aroma and smell than it does actual flavor. Let's try it again. This is not worth it. This is not worth it at all. First of all, it's not overly sweet to me, but it's got 71 carbs in it and 70 of it is coming from the sugar. So the fact that it sounds like it should have a lot of sugary flavor, I'm not getting it. I'm really not getting it. I'm going to go for one more sip and we'll give this a rating. I'll give you a little bit more of a breakdown. It's kind of bland. It's kind of bland. It's one of those things where for some reason the bark is worse than the bite, where this should be the bark is better than the bite. It should be, well, you get the idea. It should be a little bit sweeter. It should be a little bit more flavorful. I'm not really getting berry. I mean, a very, very light at the end, but this is primarily Dr. Pepper. Now, Dr. Pepper is a very strong soda flavor, in my opinion. Guys, drop something right here in the chat if you think Dr. Pepper is a strong flavor, if it's actually one of your favorites. I'm kind of curious to know. And if any, incidentally, if any of you have already had this, let me know if you think if I'm off base or on base or whatnot. I don't know what the hype is really with this, to be honest. I'm not really feeling berry to the degree where I think it's warranted of like having like the Dr. Pepper name with it. This is really like 98%, I would say 99.5% Dr. Pepper, and maybe just a little bit of light berryness at the very end. But marketing tie-in, you know, I think that's primarily where this is going to win because it's a Spider-Man tie-in for what the movie is. But other than that, very strange in terms of the fact that this is what this was chosen there. I'm not really feeling the berryness of it as being like why this should be like huge right now. I'm just not feeling it. So for what it's going for here, for what the rating is that I should give this, I'm probably going to go because the Dr. Pepper flavor is okay. It's not ultra sweet, even though it's got a ton of sugar in it, and the whole bottle is 260 calories. I'm going to go 5.5 out of 10. I mean, just an inch over average because dark berry, I'm expecting it to be a little bit more profound in the berry department, but a little bit more of an even mix with that Dr. Pepper. I think the mix is off on this. I think the balance that they're going for here is obviously Dr. Pepper. I get it, but the berryness should be just a little bit stronger. Plus, after that first sip, I shouldn't be having to really kind of think about it so much. You should kind of know right off your palate if this is going to rock for you or not. And I'm not feeling that at all. So 5.5 out of 10. This is not something I'm ever going to buy again, clearly, because I'm just not a fan of Dr. Pepper like that, much less a regular version of it at 260 calories with 140% of your daily goal. No bueno. I guess that rating is a little accurate for me as well. So yeah, no bueno at this one there. This is probably not going to get, actually, I know it's not going to get drank so much further from this point here. Maybe the wifey may try it, maybe, but no bueno on that one, guys. No bueno. All right, so let's see here. Brent Battlecam, I know I'm way up at the very top here as well. I'll try and shoot down to the very bottom and we'll catch up on the chat. Little Caesars needs to bring back their smokehouse pizza. That was kind of so-so for me when I did it. I wasn't feeling some of that barbecue sauce, and if I remember from that review, take a look at what I thought on that one there, Brent. But hopefully if they do bring it back, it's a little bit more different in the meat department and maybe some of the ratio of barbecue sauce that they use. But in general, I'm not a super fan of barbecue sauce as a base for a pizza. I'm not trying to give away anything that you may see from my next review, but naturally, I'm very much happy having pizza the standard way. It's more of kind of like a new age thing to kind of have a barbecue style pizza, but with barbecue sauce in there. For some reason, just a lot of bread and barbecue sauce. You know, it's just kind of so-so for me. Let's see. Whataburger is from Texas, but going nationwide since being brought to Chicago from Sarah. She's talking about that there. So definitely you already know what's all about Whataburger for sure. Rad and Tubular from Elizabeth Ricard. Outlaws Generation. I know I've been talking about this review for a while. How you doing? Hey, people, when they want to collab and make videos, and I try to tell them what day to post, and they block me. Wow, craziness. I am sorry to hear that. Dev, I am getting brownies. You need to, Mike, you need to, because I'm telling you, those were rad. Those brownies were rad. And as Elizabeth Ricard, they were tubular as well. And just bodaciously delicious. Okay, I'm moving on. This is getting too crazy. No flavored Pepsi for drink from Drew. You obviously know what it is. Andrew E tried the McFlurry today. Very nice. Michael Domayer loves the brownies from Papa John's. Very easy to understand why. I think you know if you see my review as well. I had so much fun putting that footage together, Mike. Good stuff. Haven't seen Rocket Man, Goody Two Shoes. I do want to check that out, though, the Elton John story. Maddie G, what are you eating today? That's a good question, actually. We'll have to see. I am hungry right now, and I actually told the wifey before, because she's here right now, as soon as I finish up with the stream, think about where you want to go, because I definitely want to get something here. Outlaws Generation, heard KFC has the new Mountain Dew. Yes, the Sweet Lightning, I think it is. It's actually here already. Incidentally, I think I saw my buddy Nick over at Nick's Food Reviews, or Whitfield's Food Reviews. Actually just put that video out today as well in my feed. So I got to take a look at that as well, too, from Nick. If you guys haven't seen Nick's food review of it, or his review of that new KFC drink, you can definitely jump on over Whitfield's Food Review for sure. Telling Ian K sent you. Let's see here. Donut Sticks, Travis. Donut Sticks only available for breakfast. Yes, they are breakfast only. Kenneth Taylor is asking Goody Two Shoes what drinks he doesn't like. Okay, I'm going down the line here. Dylan, great to see you on here, man. Thanks so much for jumping on. Outlaws Generation, people hate me so much they block me. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what's going on there, Mike. I hope everything is working out otherwise, because there's too much to with that type of thing. I don't know. Let's see here. Going down the line. I'm trying to jump on down there. The Robin Hood, love the stream. Watching with the princess. Cool. Thanks so much for jumping on, man. I appreciate you. Ed Keaton, have I tried the Twix pie? Yes, I actually did both of those. Ed, take a look at the BK playlist. I have all of that stuff in there for sure there. If you're ever curious about stuff that I may have done in the past, or if you're thinking I may have done it, do a search quickly in YouTube. Have a separate tab open and just type in like BK Twix Shake or BK Twix Pie. Peep This Out. One of those things. Chances are you'll see it pop up on the very top. But you could always go through the playlist for sure. Let's see. Yes, definitely smash the like button, Elizabeth Ricard. I appreciate that. We got 20 thumbs up and 39 peeps in the house right now. I appreciate that. Anyone who may have donated to the channel on PayPal, I won't know until after the fact, as I always say during these streams. But if you have, thank you, thank you, thank you. Of course, you will be in the show notes down below whenever the replay goes live, which is usually the very next day by 12 o'clock. That's what I shoot for in there too. But thank you in advance. Let's see. Subway S'mores cookies are in effect from Outlaw. I saw something really quick there, and then it just jumped up. Drew was guessing my score. Vanilla Dr. Pepper is my favorite from Elizabeth Ricard. Okay, cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've had any other type of flavor. I don't really remember too much, but the standard Dr. Pepper is always that classic, the classic flavor. Larry Nguyen, can I have the rest of your soda if you won't drink any of it? No, you wouldn't want this, trust me. I'm just saying, you wouldn't want this. Let's see. Rick Marone likes flaming Dr. Peppers. When I drink caffeine, Dr. Pepper was my favorite. A lot of people love Dr. Pepper. Sarah Star Vlogs and Reviews obviously is one of them. Rebecca, what's my favorite then? Got to be, I think I mentioned earlier there, the Mexican Cokes, the imported bottled Cokes from Mexico with pure cane. That's my absolutely favorite type of soda to drink. And there is nothing like having a Coke from a glass bottle when it's the purest form. The very first time I actually had that, Rebecca, was when I went on a cruise with my wife. It was a week-long cruise to Mexico in St. Thomas, and we did all the fun activities and everything. And they actually had, we actually went to a bottling area, and there was like a whole bunch of different things that you can try. And one of them was that. And I was like, what's the difference? I didn't know there was a difference. And apparently there was. So I tried it. I fell in love with it instantly. They also had Diet Coke Light. They call Light Coca-Cola, which is their version of Diet. I probably should have had the bottle over here to show you guys. I actually brought the bottles back because of what it was. I have to find where they're at here. But really, really good stuff. And even that was pretty tasty. But the pure cane sugar makes such a difference. I had such a blast with it. I was super excited when I saw that Costco actually has it available to buy, and they import it. And it has the boxes around it, the tray, and it's like, kind of like, shrunk wrapped, so you can see you get 24 bottles for like $19.99, which is a steal. But whenever we get them individually, they're like $2 or whatever, $2.50, whatever. But love the regular Mexican Cokes for sure. There's just a big difference there. Nehemiah, that's my favorite soda of all time, hands down. Some of my friends will love it too. Cool. You already know. Mr. Pibb is better, according to Paul Yoda. That's the offshoot of Dr. Pepper. I remember Mr. Pibb. You already know. Derek Leveske, 7 out of 10. Trying to guess it. I can only drink caffeine-free Dr. Pepper. Kind of sad. There is a little bit of a difference flavor-wise with the caffeine-free stuff. I know they try, but you already know. And yes, Drew, you missed it by half, and I didn't see this. I'm actually scrolling down right now. It's part of the reason I don't want to have my mind altered by what people may think the scoring is going to be. But we already got it in there right now, too, so you already know. Kenneth Taylor, do you know anything about Badlands Chugs? I do not know. What is Badlands Chugs? Tell me here in the chat. Let me know in the chat. TR47, the rare times I do have is regular Coke usually. Okay, very cool. Once in a while, you got to have a little bit of sugar. You know, you got to mix it up. But whenever I have rum and Coke, there is a difference with that too. I like my Bacardi and Coke once in a while, and there is a difference with the pure cane, so that it really is the best way to have it. Just saying. Let's see here. Store rips off names, can be a hoot. Yes, they have all kinds of like offshoot names for these things, you know, and I'm waiting for like instead of like Dr. Pepper, it could be like Physician's Jalapeno or something stupid, you know, something where they take the name and they flip it around, and I could completely, that was dumb, I know, but you know, think about Mr. Pibb, you know, just completely random name for Dr. Pepper. But I always think it'd be a lot funnier if they actually took like the different version, because you know it's so blatantly a ripoff, and calling it something else, like what type of doctor, and then like a different type of pepper. That'd be kind of funny. Let's see. Jency, I haven't tried Snapple's Watermelon Lemonade. I think that was one of the exclusives at 7-Eleven back in the day, whenever I would do my live streaming from the sketchy 7-Elevens out this way, which I'm still working on, by the way, because I really want to do something outside of the home studio here. We'll do something soon. Oh, yeah, Mountain Lightning, Drew. Yes, Skipper Soda or Mountain Lightning. They actually, it's kind of like the Mountain Dew ripoff of things like that, too. It's hilarious stuff. Very hilarious stuff. Let's see here. Coke got sued for copying Dr. Pepper. Really? Really? I didn't know that, if that's true. Haven't tried Sprite Limeade yet. I've seen that, Kenneth. I haven't tried that one. I'm not really too into those types of flavors. I'm not really like with regular sodas like that. Like I said, the occasional, you know, Coke with pure cane is my thing. But more often than not, I'm straight iced tea, water. I'm very bland. Cold brew, coffee once in a while as well. So good times indeed. And let me bring this open here and see. Hang on one second here, guys. There's something else I forgot to have open while I'm doing my stuff here with you guys. Okay, there we go. And we're coming down the line. There we go. Okay. Oh, it's okay. Bite and Chew. Okay, John over Bite and Chew did the Little Caesars today as well. So, okay, if he, that Quattro pizza, I think, Elizabeth, that's what you were mentioning from that Quattro pizza there. So, John over Bite and Chew food reviews as well, too. So if you guys want to get a little preview of what that one's all about, it looks like Bite and Chew has definitely got that video up there. I got to take a look at my feed and see what has come out this today. I know that I saw in my feed on my phone from Whitfield for the Sweet Lightning, that new thing for a Mountain Dew at KFC. So I got to take a look at that for sure. Let's see here. Going down. Outlaw. Domino's has 50% off pizzas online. I know. I'm not saying anything else right now. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see. 6 or 12. Thanks so much for jumping on as well. And to all of you guys on here right now, I appreciate you being on with me here. We got 39 peeps strong, 23 thumbs up in the chat right now. We'll see if we can try and get that number close to be in line before the night is out. Let's see here. Have I tried the peanut butter lovers from Reese's? I have not. They do look good, though. I have, believe it or not, just a few pieces of the dark chocolate thins on there. So I haven't actually had the finished those out, but that just shows you I just haven't eaten Reese's too often in there. TR47 had Papa John's last night on today's leftovers. Very nice. You can never go wrong with Papa John's. Garlic sauce is always amazing. Yep, Whitfield did it. Sounds tasty. Okay, very cool. It's supposed to be a combination of sweet peach and honey, I believe. That's what I read on that one. Dr. Thunder at Walmart. Yes, goody two shoes. It seems like every place has their variation of the other sodas. And honestly, it's not that much cheaper than those other sodas. So how could they even try? You know, I get if it was like maybe $1, $1.50 maybe, less if you're buying like a case. But how could you sell something kind of close to what the regular name brand soda is and expect to kind of be competitive that way? I don't get that. I just don't get that at all. 6 or 12 had the berry salad is back from Wendy's. Yes, they have actually brought a few things back. Here's the funny thing about doing food reviews on YouTube here. Let me just tell you, at some point you hit a point. At some point you hit a point. At some point you hit a point. That just sounds weird to me. At some point you hit a level of seeing a lot of those same types of things come back that you've already reviewed. And it's one of the reasons where it feels like you've exhausted just about everything that you can do at, say, Popeyes, Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, depending upon what it is. Maybe not necessarily Burger King or McDonald's. You guys drop something here in the chat if you agree with me or not, because you can only do so much with some of these places. Now, fortunately, Burger King rotates new stuff every single month, usually more than one thing. There's plenty of things that come out there naturally that you can do. McDonald's very rarely, with the exception of the signature crafted burger stuff, which actually recently went away. Now we have the world favorites. And just like I was thinking, and from what I'm seeing and stuff that's out available in the global menu for the versions they have in Chicago, they have newer versions of those things anyway, which means we're probably going to see a different version of a promo burger down the line. They're not going to keep hanging on the fact that they have the Big Mac, the quarter pounder with cheese, and all the usual stuff as the only thing. You can't survive with just that. So we're going to see some other stuff down the line that's going to be considered world favorites, I'm thinking. So, but at some point, you run out of things to do. So yes, the berry salad stuff and all those things that are out there, it kind of is what it is with that. Shout outs to Kenneth Taylor. I appreciate you jumping on. Thank you so much for jumping on here and with all the emojis. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But as we were just mentioning, there's a lot of redo coming out lately. But here's the thing. There is always something to review, so to speak. That's kind of a segue into that. So for all the food review channels out there, if you're having trouble trying to figure out what it is that you want to do, it doesn't necessarily always have to be the newest thing. It just has to be interesting enough to you personally to want to capture your opinion of that on camera enough to kind of make a video that way. So that's probably the biggest thing that I find. And a lot of the people that I subscribe to personally doesn't really come out with content. They don't actually, a lot of them just don't come out with content anymore along that vein. And I guess maybe it gets a little old doing certain things, but there's always something to review. And I love watching food related content. I love seeing, people's interpretations or their opinions about what it is that they're having. But it doesn't always have to be new. And I've done a few things in the past that actually are just things that I'm very curious about, whether it's, certain pizzas or Philly cheesesteak pizzas or things of that nature, just recently thinking. But there's always something to check out. So if you're having trouble and you're thinking about what it is to do, yes, there's a lot of things that do come back from these companies. But there's also a lot on the menu that may actually be new to people that are curious about it. So it's always a good idea to at least come out with some of those pieces of content just for your base, just so they have something to check out new from you at the same time. And I'm kind of indirectly giving some advice, it sounds like, to all the other people in the community. If you're a food review channel and you haven't come out with videos in a while of things being what they may, things are what they are, hopefully you guys are considering, doing those types of things. It doesn't always have to be a new thing, but it should be something that interests you enough to where you want to come out with something and, it's something you want to share with your audience. That's just my opinion. If you guys think I'm right or wrong, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down here in the chat. But I love seeing content from all my favorite creators that I'm subscribed to as well. And there's a lot of consistent ones that have been putting out a lot of great stuff, whether it's Whitfield's Food Review in general. That's the first thing I'm thinking of. My buddy, The Endorsement, as well, too. There's a lot of really, really fun bits coming out from people, things that you never think you'd see. And just generally some things that may have been out for a little bit that are still out there. So it's all about keeping the community moving along in that regard. So definitely. Buzz7332, great to see you on here, my friend. Have I ever heard of the Downey Pizza Company? Actually, they have a pizza company variation for just about every city that I've heard of. We have a Pasadena Pizza Company. We have a Monrovia Pizza Company. We have a Duarte Pizza Company. So yes, we do have them here. Pastrami Pizza, wow. Oddly, it was delicious. Might have to send, you know what? I'm probably going to have to check that out and see if they actually have that at the Pasadena one. I'd be curious to see what a pastrami pizza looks like. That can't be bad, Buzz. It can't be bad. Just having the meat of that type with the saltiness and the cheese. Oh, yeah, that does sound pretty good with the cheese and all that stuff. Maybe after the next review or two. We'll have to see what I can find out here. Kenneth is going to get his ID this summer. Very cool. Very cool. TR47. Let's see, Papa John's has a deal for any large, $10 and up for 10 toppings. Oh, I got to take a look at that and see what's going on with that. Brett and Battle Can, Bang energy drinks scare me for having no sugar. They have such a specific taste. Yeah, any of those types of drinks kind of scare me, I got to be honest. for sure here. All right, jumping down the line. Let me try and catch up on the chat here just a bit. Brent likes smash burgers, mushroom Swiss. I've done some smash in the past, absolutely. Least favorite soda. I think we mentioned that, Nehemiah. I think anything from Lester's Fixings, any of the novelty sodas. I don't really have any of the name brands that I hate the least. They're all okay. It's just the sugary stuff I'm not really down with, for sure. Let's see here. Last few. Always the classics review. Candy. Saber Fan, Baja Fresh review. Haven't done something from Baja Fresh in a long time, actually. Actually, ever, I got to be honest. Elizabeth Ricard's a fan of the Rodeo King, according to for Goody Two Shoes answering that one. Definitely. The Rodeo King was a blast to check out. I put that in the community tab when they re-released that. Definitely a tasty summertime burger, for sure. A barbecue goodness. You can't go wrong with that. Most expensive is the Carl's Jr. half-pound breakfast burger. $9 alone. Wow. Yeah, Carl's Jr. is kind of on the upper echelon of like fast casual, Jane. You already know what it is, and I think most of you guys know that combo that I did with the Western fries as well as that triple Western bacon cheeseburger was like almost $14. It was crazy. I would never buy that again. And I love the Western bacon cheeseburger. It's one of my all-time favorites, but can't get down with that at all. Let's see. Sarah Star Vlogs and Reviews. Haven't reviewed in 2 months. It's okay, but when you do, you will be back in force. And you've put out a few things, in the time that you've been dealing with your stuff there. So my hat's off to you for plowing through that. Mentally, that could help you. Believe me, I know a thing or two about this, Sarah, and I think you know that. With everything going on, I use my channel to really kind of help me focus and keep myself grounded and creating, and it really is a good thing. So when you feel the need to get back to doing what you need to there, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Let's see. Nehemiah is just my opinion, but I hate Sprite and ginger ale. I like those two on occasion, once in a blue moon. Let's see. Sovereign Capital Investments. Hello, Ian. Sorry I logged in late while smoking some pork chops. It's all good, man. That sounds pretty amazing right now. You'll be able to catch up on all the goodies here on the replay. If you're watching this right now on the replay, I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But no worries, my friend. No worries. It is all good. Let's see here. Carlos Bustamante, new here. Welcome, Carlos, to the Peep This Out Reviews community here on YouTube. Thanks so much for jumping on here, Carlos. Appreciate you greatly. Hopefully, if you've subscribed to the channel, you've got brand new content coming your way every single week, usually at least twice a week, plus live streaming. I try and do on Friday nights around this time. So thank you so much for jumping on. We got the welcome wagon shouting you out here already here from Sarah Star Vlogs and Reviews. But great to see you on here. Elizabeth Ricard as well, shouting out. I appreciate you guys doing your due for the moderating for all of my blue peeps in the house who are not blue because they're happy peeps. They're happy peeps. They're just blue colored right now. But thanks so much for being here, Carlos, man. I appreciate it greatly. Let's see. Nehemiah, way too much money for the combo. Yes, Carl's Jr. is really, really pretty insane when it comes to that. Let's see. Have I tried the Habit Burger from TR47? Absolutely. The Habit is the bomb, and I've reviewed a few things from them, but not the actual... actually anything recently, I should say. I do have a few things in my Habit playlist. There's some of the specialty things there for sure, but easily really, really tasty. Those charred edges that they do on the burgers are pretty amazing there, I have to say. Swarthy Princess, great to see you on here as well. Thanks so much for jumping on. Pizza Chicken Burger Reviews. Peep this out, even in Michigan. Very nice. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I do my best to try and keep it rotating while giving you the usual suspects every so often, even though I know it was a little bit more of a McDonald's week. I don't want to say I'm loving it constantly, but it was very tasty for most of it, if not all of it. But great to have you on here. We got Emma in the house as well. Thanks so much for jumping on. Right back at you. Right back at you, Emma. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. What burger out there is your guilty pleasure? Ed Keaton. That's always going to be In-N-Out. Always going to be In-N-Out. Once in a while, Five Guys. Five Guys is actually a pretty delicious situation as well. We got Gregorio 232 in the house as well. Thanks so much for jumping on. Let's see. Goody Two Shoes. Of course, Five Guys isn't much cheaper and no combos. True. True, true, true. Quality, though, bomb. There are some things that you really kind of feel like, I don't think of Five Guys as a traditional fast food type of place, kind of like McDonald's and Burger King or any of those. It really is kind of in between the fast casual and fast food. Maybe I guess borderline within the smash burger realm, because I think those two are more evenly paced because of what they offer and how they do it. But yes, if you're going to go for something in that quantity or in terms of the size of the cost of it, You want the quantity or the size to be a little bit larger, and definitely it delivers for Five Guys though, Jane. You can't tell me it doesn't, for sure. You're very welcome, Carlos Bustamante. You're very welcome. Glad to have you aboard, and I appreciate you jumping on here right now. Guys, we got 45 people in the house, 25 thumbs up currently right now. I appreciate you guys doing what you do. Let's see. Elizabeth Ricard, got to get past that squirt. You already know those tomato situations from the Mickey D's. That tomato mozzarella chicken sandwich that I did was, I had to take one for the team for that. And again, let me just tell you, if there is something specifically that says tomato in the title of a review, it has to stay on. It can't be removed. As any other sandwich I do, it's going to get 86 9 times out of 10 because it's just an add-on to what the sandwich is. If you're reviewing, and I always use this example, a BLT is a bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwich. So you can't do a BLT review and take the tomato off and try and give a review based upon that. So for anyone who's commenting, you took the tomato off of a sandwich, so it's not a real review. I laugh whenever I see those types of comments. They're hilarious to me. But if that was actually going to be on the review that I actually has tomato in the title, I would completely, I understand that completely there. But otherwise, it's just an add-on. It's the quote-unquote accoutrement to what's being, the main sandwich itself. It's a key ingredient. I guess I could have removed the tomato because the tomato and herb sauce would have supplanted that. But then visually, it wouldn't be what it is. It's a tomato mozzarella chicken sandwich. So you already know what it is. I think I've explained that one to death there. So there you go. Let's see here. Ever had anything from Culver's? We have no Culver's here, Galaxy Punk. I'd love to try something from Culver's. I have some pretty amazing stuff. I've seen reviews of a lot of other peeps out there that have knocked out some really awesome looking burgers from there. I'd love to give it a shot. TR47, I find the habit to be above average quality, not expensive. Yes, I do think they're right in the middle. Pretty good stuff. What is your flavor chips or favorite chips of all time? Kind of be Doritos. Always a fan of the regular Doritos. It's really, really good stuff. You wait, they have to cook it fresh. Nehemiah, yes, absolutely. Yes, you're my brother from another mother from In-N-Out Burger. You already know, Drew, and chances are I'm probably going to be doing that right after the stream here in about 10 minutes. It just sounds amazing. I always think about In-N-Out a lot more often when I do these streams because it seems to be what I've gotten in the past more so than anything else. So I'm probably going to be doing that with the wifey, or at least a suggestion to see what she thinks. Let's see, Soiner, howdy, enjoying the stream. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love connecting one-on-one with you guys during the week because as you guys may have noticed, aside from all the things that I have going on behind the scenes and things that I'm dealing with there, I've been trying to answer as many comments as I can as I've been going with this. So I'm a little bit later than usual, but sometimes they do come through. So I'm trying to get through as many as I can before the next videos come out. But this is the point of really doing the live streams here also weekly. More often than not, because I love connecting with you guys one-on-one. So when I'm looking at here my lens right here on my camera, I'm actually looking directly at you specifically, just to try and make that connection with you and to thank you, and just because I'm very humble and very grateful. You guys are spending an hour of your Friday night watching this right now, or at the very least, you're watching the replay right now, which is crazy to me. I really appreciate that there. So I appreciate you enjoying the stream. I appreciate you enjoying the content, taking an interest. And to all of you guys and to all my amazing moderators that are on here doing the do and just being part of the community, like I always say, you guys are the heartbeat of the channel. You guys make it what it is. I'm just a conduit to produce what I do and the way that I do it. And I'm so glad that you enjoy it because it really does make me feel really good about doing that for sure. Bus7332, super chat donation with that $9.99 that's in there. I got to look into that pastrami pizza, my friend. That's going to be probably something you're going to be seeing very, very soon. Maybe after the next one that I got to do, just to kind of space things. I'm not going to give any hints just yet because I like it to be a surprise for you. But most likely, you'll probably find something in your feed on Monday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But Buzz7332, I appreciate the super chat donation to the channel. Thank you so much, man. I greatly appreciate it for sure. Sarah Star Vlogs and Reviews. If you get a small fry at Five Guys, it's like a large. Yes, they dump in the bag. It's always a lovely situation, Sarah. You already know. You already know what it is. Really, really tasty stuff from Five Guys. It's been a minute since I've had actually Five Guys from their burgers. Gregorio 232, would you ever eat at an Indian place? Yes, actually, the place that I've gone to, I can't remember the name of it, but it was in the South Pasadena, right across from the Michael Myers house that I like doing some of my streams from once in a while around the Halloween time. Actually, the old hardware store that was featured in the original Halloween was converted into an Indian restaurant. And that's the restaurant that I actually was at last with the wifey. I want to say I was like over a year ago at this point now, but Yes, I would definitely eat Indian food. I do enjoy it. It is pretty tasty. All right, 6 or 12. Have I tried the Coca-Cola California Raspberry? I have not. I have not seen that either. I'd like to try something specific for that. We'd have to see. Maybe on the stream, just for and giggles, we'll say, just to censor it. I'm sure it'd be the high fructose version because there's no specialty flavors in Mexico with pure cane using flavors like that. But we'll have to be on the lookout. Derek Levesque, yes, Dame Drops finally hit 1 million subs today. I actually commented on his Facebook post where I saw that. I'm glad he stopped complaining about YouTube and found something that actually worked for him. The worst and best reviewed videos. Yes, there's a lot of types of videos like that. Eating at the worst reviewed place, the best reviewed place. That's awesome. Really, really awesome. Hats off to Dame. He's definitely doing his thing, whether you like it or not. It's all about moving his agenda forward and what he thinks is fit for his channel and his content. You know, I have a lot of respect for people doing it their way or just trying to just make their way in the way that they do it, so to speak. I'm going to rewatch this back and hopefully that came out correctly. But yes, I think you know what I mean by that. Elizabeth Ricard, I hate paying much for hot dogs, Five Guys, but they're so damn good. Yes, actually, I think there is a hot dog review on my channel. And I think it was at the time with the endorsement where there was something that we may have done. I think around the same time where I actually reviewed right before VidCon. I think it was one of the first VidCons that I went to way back when. I can't believe I'm having trouble because I've been doing this for so long now. And I can't really remember some of the stuff I may have done. But there is Five Guys stuff on my channel for sure, including my little roundtable with a bunch of my people, a bunch of my friends at the time, who are obviously still my friends. Most that were in my wedding. Not that long ago as well, from Five Guys. So take a look at that. I believe there was a hot dog review, Elizabeth, for sure. Mike Mini, did you decide to do YouTube after Seinfeld? I'm not sure what that means there, Mike Mini. Could be a Kramer reference maybe with the hair, possibly. We'll have to see. Sarah Starr is so ready for Halloween. I am so ready, right there with you. You already know. Ed Keaton, everybody here is as awesome as you. Oh, I appreciate you saying that, Ed. Present company definitely included. All of you guys here in the chat right now, whether you're here to try and make fun of or if there's any crazy people trying to get trolly-like, the fact that you're here taking an interest in the channel here says a lot about you as well, regardless. So I have no ill will for that because my moderators will make that distinction for me. But yes, I appreciate that comment there. Thank you, Ed. Everyone here is amazing for sure. A lot of great people in the community. And I have to say, we have a really tight-knit, close community here on my channel too. We have a pretty good mix of positivity and just generally goodness here in the chat. And hopefully when you guys leave the streams here at the end of the hour, you feel a little bit better. Hopefully. I know that I try to at the same time. I got to admit sometimes it's hard for me because I know what I'm dealing with sometimes. But it makes it easier for me to know that for at least an hour, I can just kind of blank out everything else, focus on you guys like I do. I think about, what I'm doing while I'm editing my stuff together. I think about, what you may think about how this looks or how this is going to go and just the pacing. And, I try and think about it from a viewer perspective, not just putting out what I think is going to be, the best thing that I'm trying to put out, but obviously how it's perceived and how you guys are what you're going to take away from it. Are you going to learn from something from it? Is it going to be entertaining enough where you're going to watch most of it at least? Because we all know the average YouTube video is watched between 40 to 50%. Not everybody makes it to the end. But those that do tend to have a little bit something special waiting for them. Hopefully at the very end, you've noticed a little bit of a difference at the end of my videos. I'm doing things a little differently. Soon to be some different intro stuff, things that I'm kind of working on. So we'll see about, but a lot to do for sure. But it's all because of you guys. It's all because of everything that you guys like about what it is that I do. I try and keep that moving forward there. And again, shout outs to Bus Driver 7332 again. I appreciate that amount for the double combo for sure. Animal style fries. Bus, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Larry Nguyen signing off as well. Thanks so much for jumping on. I'm going to go to McDonald's, get those donut sticks now in the morning, breakfast only. Hopefully you saw that before you jumped off. Elizabeth, I really try not to have tomatoes out of season. Homegrown summertime tomatoes are amazing. Grocery fast food ones are busted. You know what? I wish I could say I'd have some knowledge in any of that, Elizabeth, because you know how I feel about the old red tomatoes. Not my thing. But I do know what's fresh and what isn't. And obviously the taste of it either way is just not going to go down for me. So, but yes, anything that's homegrown or anything that's more natural is going to be, I think, better. If you're into that, then you know what to look forward to, and you definitely do. Swarthy Princess, do you have White Castle in your town? I don't. Unfortunately, the next closest town that does, unfortunately, is the next city, is Vegas. Las Vegas here on the West Coast has a White Castle where I've done one lone White Castle review a couple of years back, and you'll be able to find that here on the channel as well. But yeah, no bueno on that. Let's see here. Elizabeth Ricard, the persistence is strong with this one, but nothing fatal. Nice. Very nicely said. Super official from TR47 for good old Dame doing his thing. Jane looks like she is jumping off here right now. And Jane, hopefully, goody two shoes. If you saw this, hopefully, thank you. Thank you for jumping on. I appreciate you. BK Brownstone, when am I coming up to Joey's area? That's a good question. I don't know if it's anytime soon. Maybe meeting halfway would be cool. Santa Barbara, maybe. That'd be cool. Let's see. Ryan F. loves the collectibles in the background. Thank you. There's a lot there. There's a lot to look at, a lot to keep you busy. That's for sure. Pray for them, Ian, the Bay Area. I am praying. I am praying. Yes, 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 yes. It's nice to have your mind off stuff, and when you only for an hour. Agree, Derek. Agree. See, like I said, when you have things going on for a month, I've had a few things for a few months now, and I'm just trying to keep it in perspective. But there will be better as we go. There will be better. So always remember that. Just like what was that? What was that one line? I'm trying to think about from The Dark Knight. I think I always say it too. There, it's always darkest before the dawn. You know, there always has to be a little bit of that, but there's always brighter days ahead. All the usual stuff you always hear me say. Drew, according to Drew, I am one cool nerd. I appreciate you, man. Drew, you are the hat master. Okay, we got to figure out a creative name for Drew, because if you guys have watched Drew lately, I don't think I've ever seen him without a hat on lately. That is not something related to whatever he may be talking about, just something that the way he may be feeling. Whatever it is, we got to think about something. And I've heard of people that, you know, have a job where they wear so many different hats. Drew is literally somebody who wears different hats. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, jump on over to Drew's Food Reviews and just take a look there. He has a lot of fun doing what he does. It's always fun to do. And first and foremost, that's got to be the main thing for why you'd want to put stuff out on YouTube in general. It's got to be something that you want to do that is fun for you. And fortunately, I can say that, and I think most would agree, if you watch Drew at any time in the past or anytime most recently, he has a lot of fun doing what he does. And that's the important thing. Let's see. TR47BK is doing Stranger Things tie-in. I know. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. Swarthy Princess, you're cool. You are cool. All of you guys are cool. Retro packaging. Yep. All that stuff. Let's see. Sometimes I ask for my fries to be well done, or animal fries well done. That actually sounds pretty good. That actually sounds pretty good, actually. All right. So Bus is jumping off here. Thanks for the quick chat. Unfortunately, I got to start work at 4 a.m. to get some sleep. I appreciate you jumping on. Looking forward to the future reviews. Great content as always. Shout outs to Bus7332 as well as Super Chat donations. Again, thank you so much, Bus. I appreciate you. Good times. Good times. Let's see. Last couple of things here. Outlaws Generation. What do you use for your thumbnails or live streams? Because I struggle with my videos and thumbnails. I use a software called from Laughing Bird. It's Creator 7, I believe is what it is. Actually, let me see if I have it down over here. The Creator 7 is what I use, and it's from Laughing Bird Software. It was a $30 software package. They have free updates and all kinds of stuff, and I use that to create my thumbnails. I basically make templates, and then I just take things out and design it the way that I want to do for the review there. But that's actually a really, really fun software to use, and I've used it for a couple of years now, actually. So as I'm making small changes, I'm just adjusting with it at the same time. Andrew Rodriguez. Oh, as for live streaming, I'm using the live feature on the Studio Beta. Right now here, I used to actually use OBS. I was using Game Show as well, but I'm finding the integration with my content, using everything from my equipment directly with YouTube directly works perfectly fine. You know, honestly, I was trying to do a lot of stuff before. I was really taxing my system until I actually upgraded something different. The streaming and the quality is so much better doing it direct now. Hangouts, I wouldn't recommend if that even is still a thing. I just not something to do. But if you just click under right when you log into YouTube, just click the plus and then just go live and then basically have your stuff connected. The quality is so much better. You have your auxiliary microphones. It lets you choose. It's so much more of a better type of format. That's faster to get into as well. Instead of having to start like a different decoder and then you jump back and forth between windows. I was doing so much behind the scenes to make it look like it did. I just like getting right to it now. So this is so much better, Outlaw. I'd recommend going that route for sure. Elizabeth Ricard, graspy voice. I am Hat Man. We got to think about what we're going to call Drew here. Hat Man. Yeah, maybe we'll create something. And I think if you had a shirt made with a hat with like a circle around it or some type of embossed like logo like Batman, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, not that I'm, that's what I'm wearing right now. I guess it's kind of, it fits. It fits. Andrew Rodriguez, I try ramen a lot. I love ramen. I eat it pretty daily. The wifey and I are definitely down with it. Last couple of things here. Derek Levesque, frozen White Castle sliders aren't half bad. They're not. I've actually had them not that often, but when I have, they are pretty tasty. But there's nothing to say. You have to do it the real deal. If you can get the real deal, it is definitely a little bit different still. But still, if you want something in a pinch that's familiar, frozen stuff is pretty good. Ed Keaton, thanks for the great live stream. Thanks so much for jumping on. Have a great weekend. Peace and prosperity. Shout outs to Ed, and a very happy birthday as always. To all of you guys on here right now. Let's see here as we're rounding it out. You guys are logging out. I appreciate you jumping on here. The last 2 minutes. Peep this out. How you doing? That's from Muck, watching your stream almost after 2 years. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Great to have you on here as well. And of course, the replays if you're watching this too. Thank you so much for being a supporter of the channel. I appreciate you. Neon's Dr. Pepper turns the tongue blue. This one didn't. I only had a couple of things as I'm sticking my tongue out at you guys right now. No bueno on the dark berry, by the way. No bueno. Last couple of things here. JCS, how did you start YouTube? Let's see here. 2013, and just dived in. Trial by fire, create something that's in there. Outlaws Generation, let's interview on podcast here when we can make it happen. Got Skype. Interview Joey and Dame, come to my show. Very cool. We'll have to see about doing something in the future with that, Outlaws. I appreciate that. Super chat donation as well. Thank you, man. I appreciate you jumping on. One of these days, I'm trying to get onto these live streams that all of you guys do when you do them. I try and jump on when I can, when I'm available. It's kind of crazy scheduling wise. Once in a blue moon, I try and make it over to Sarah's channel when she's on. I haven't been on in a little while, but I know that when she does her thing, I know she's got things going on as well. I try and jump on. But it's just a scheduling thing. It's so hard with things, but believe me, we got to see about something down the road there, Outlaws. But thank you so much. Again, Outlaws Generation, you guys should be jumping on over as well. Take a look at the channel. There's some really, really fun stuff. And the consistency of what's on there, too, is strong. So there's a lot of stuff to look forward to there for sure. Well, rest in peace to the Denver Broncos owner. I had no idea about that, for sure. Derek Levesque is on the special events. He goes to Disney and stuff once in a while. I think there was a reference from TR47. Let me see. Ever your wife guest on the channel? Yes, at Disney, that's usually when we do that. That's what that answer was to do when we do the Disney reviews once in a while for sure. Don't forget to stay frosty from Drew's food reviews. You stay frosty as well. The Mad Hatter, nope, trademark Nehemiah. We can't do that. We got to think about that. JCS was my 5th subscriber. Wow. The 5th subscriber ever out of the 20,312 that we've got here right now. That is crazy. That is crazy. JCS, thank you so much, man. That means a lot right there. You're definitely in the club for sure, as all of you guys are. I appreciate you guys, especially those since day one, taking a chance on my channel. The first 100 subscribers really are the hardest ones to get, and then once you go forward from there, definitely it gets a little bit easier. But guys, let me thank each and every one of you one more time. I appreciate you jumping on here right now. We're going to be doing this again. Next Friday is what I'm shooting for. Obviously, if anything should change, always, if you guys are on my channels already for social media, make sure at the very least you guys have my Instagram on there, so that way you can follow, because I usually post things on my IG story. If there's going to be a change to the schedule, if I'm not going to be on, you'll be able to see that there. So it's at Peep This Out Reviews on Instagram for sure. And I appreciate you guys jumping on here right now. 6 or 12, you should make a video on Wiener Schnitzel. They have something new. Haven't done a Wiener Schnitzel review in a while, but I do have content on there for sure. The chap in the cap, that's hilarious, from Elizabeth Ricard. We got to think about something for Drew here. We haven't seen Freddie Foodie King on here in a couple of weeks since I made him a moderator, but I want to see if we can get some input from all the mods. That would be cool. We have to kind of christen the goodness from Drew here to be from some type of hat master, something that we got to think of something for Drew real quick. Maybe Drew can maybe ask on one of his streams of what if his audience, what they should name him. That would be hilarious. So guys, with that, I think I'm going to close the stream out. I appreciate you jumping on. Next review, most likely on Monday afternoon, just to kind of pace it from all the other reviews that have been out this week. It's been kind of a packed week, mostly McDonald's craziness. in between some Papa John's tasty brownie goodness right there, which obviously we can look forward to something coming from Outlaws Generation on that in the near future. But good stuff that's in there for sure. And we'll go from there as well too here. So let me jump on back on over, and we'll jump over here so I have it all set up. So guys, with that, it's Ian K officially closing out the stream on Flag Day, June 14th right now. If you guys are catching us on the replay, very happy Flag Day to you after the fact. But guys, great time tonight on the stream. Again, watch for the new review coming most likely on Monday around 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. This replay will be available at by 12 p.m. Pacific tomorrow, the very next day. In the community tab, you guys will find it there as well. And then we'll go from that point. So hope you guys are doing extremely well. Have an amazing weekend. Whatever you're going to do, have fun. Do it to the best of your ability. If you're working on something and you're striving towards something, keep making those incremental steps. Keep pushing it forward, and good things will happen. You'll have a lot to look forward on. Once you hit one milestone, it's one more thing to look back on that you succeeded on. So if I can leave you with anything, hopefully that is something that'll resonate with you. And if you're a content creator, keep putting out that content, keep creating, but at most of anything, more than anything, I should say, make sure you're having fun doing it. That is the main thing you should be focused on from there. So with that, Drew, take care, enjoy the double-double. We'll see if I get to it. We'll have to see. So guys, that's it for June 14th, the live stream. This is Ian K officially closing it out. And like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Good times, everybody. Good times. I'll try and stay in the chat as long as YouTube will have me here when we end it. And we will go from there. So have a great weekend, and I will definitely talk to you soon, if not on social media. Lots to look forward to coming up, guys. Thanks so much, and have a great weekend. We'll see ya. I think we're it. Okay, I think that's it. There we go. I'm still getting used to this format. Have a great weekend, everybody. See ya.